Hi, and welcome to Qi Gong Live Online. This is our beginners class, and today I was talking about how you transition from one side of your body to the other, or how you shift weight from one side to the other. And so we're going to talk about the efficiency of that. And so we'll go to the wide shot. Sam will put it on the wide shot for us, and I'll show you what I mean. So when we change weight, so when we walk, of course, this is one of the times we do this perfectly. Is when we walk, we walk from one foot, and we put another foot down, and then we bring the other foot up. Now, there's a transition of weight that happens between the right and left foot because you can't get the other leg off the ground unless you completely empty it out so there's no weight on it. So all your weight's on one leg. And as we walk, we've got used to transferring this weight from side to side. Then the Qigong exercise, we're moving from side to side, but the stance is a little bit wider. We're not usually standing with our feet right to the side of each other. So we have this idea of transferring weight from 100% one side. If I move the foot up, so 100% weight on this leg, it's basically standing on one leg. And then I transfer the weight across the other side. And then I'm 100% on the other leg. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Let's fix the problem. So as we do is we're transferring weight from side to side. So go back to the faraway shot. That's it, perfect. As we go from the weight to change, and so we do this idea, as I was saying before, where you transfer the weight from one side and then we transfer it all across to the other side. And then we have to do that before you can put the foot up. What you can do though, is you can get halfway across, and I'll do this so you can really see this. So if I transfer the weight from one side and I go halfway across, what I can do is I can throw myself across and do this, and I can pick it up this way. Yeah, I can throw it across and pick it up. So I go halfway across, and then I'm double weighted. But if I keep the momentum going, then I can quickly pick the foot up. But we don't want to do that because we're using it's a lazy method, and it's also very incorrect energetically. What we want to do is we want to move all the way across. So if we're going to single weighted, put the foot down, move all the way across, and then put the foot up. So we're not throwing ourselves, we're not sort of putting our feet here, and we're going across quickly and quickly picking up the foot on the way across, which is very clumsy. So the precision of that is about how we move. So if we think of the foot, and I'll go back to the single weighted, we go back to the single weight. We stand on one leg, basically. Yep, we put the foot down, and what we do in Qigong, you put your toe down, and connects all the meridians in your toes. You put the kidney point down, Zhong Chuan, and then the heel touches the ground, but there's no weight in the heel, so you're standing on the balls of your feet, you're standing on your muscles. You're going to go across to the muscles, and you're going to go right across the other side till you're 100% weighted on the kidney point on this side before you move that foot off the ground. And then you can come up and see, notice when I do that, there's no movement in my head, I don't move at all. There's no movement at all. My head's just moving. My head's moving. My foot's just moving. Yeah. And you don't see me do this. I'm get halfway across, and because there's still weight in the other leg, I've got to go across this way first and then pick it up. You can see what I do? I'm going to go across first and then pick it up. What you want to do is go right across, and then just pick it up. And notice my body doesn't move, and that's the precision. So we're not getting halfway across. We're sort of having to move ourselves to pick our leg up. We want the leg completely anchored. Now, understand a principle that'd be like walking across in a stream. If you walk across in a stream, and there's rocks in the stream, in the little river, and you put your foot on a rock, and you feel to see if it's secure or not first. And once you're happy with it, then you move your foot on, take your foot on it, and you move to another rock, put your foot on it, make sure it's not going to jiggle so you're not going to fall off it, and then move to that one. And that's the precision. But you will know if you've ever done this, is you stand on a rock, and you commit yourself, stand on a rock, but it's not stable, and you stand on the rock and then you fall off. Yep, because you didn't test it first. So the stepping, the precision of stepping is so important to make sure your foot's secure before you change the weight into the foot. It happens with Tai Chi, is the same thing when we're doing Tai Chi. You step first, heel, toe goes down the ground first, and then we change the weight. What we don't do is put your foot down and then just move before the heel's on the ground, because if you're doing that, if anything's wrong with that, especially martially, because of martial arts, if you committed yourself way back here somewhere, you don't have the ability to pull back. So if you make a mistake in martial arts, you pull a foot there and something happens, you can just pull it back. But you can't do that if you're already committed to it and you're moving halfway weight across it. So this is the sequence of this. We'll do the side one again, so we'll practice that. So double weight both sides, move to one side, 100% unload the foot, pick the foot up, so now you're standing on one leg. You put it out to the side, you go toe first, then the kidney point, then the heel, And then I put the heel on the ground, you just got to bend the other leg. This leg I'm standing, I've got to bend that leg to put the heel on the ground. But if I put the heel down by moving across to put the heel down, then I've gone and done the same thing again. So I've got to go toe, heel, and there's no weight in it still. I still bring it back. Toe, heel. Now I can move across all the way to the other side. 100% weight, pick the foot up. And so it's done with precision. So we're doing the 100% weight change. Go all the way across. Pick the foot up. Put the foot down. 100% weight change. Pick the foot up. Down. We've got somebody decided who wants to drill a hole in the wall out there, haven't we? So that's the change. So we're going to do the same thing when we're changing weight from anything. So if we do an exercise like, what's a good exercise I can think of would be painting a rainbow in the sky, which is a Shubashu exercise where the hands come up, hands go over. And you change weight and you go from one side, all the weight's on one side, then the hand comes up and then goes all the way to the other side. And so when I'm in this posture, basically I'm sitting on one leg. There's no weight in the other leg. It's just sitting on the ground. Yep. And it comes up, hands come up, and then it goes to the other side and facing the other direction. Now the same thing again. It's 100% weighted. I've got no weight in the foot's just sitting on the ground. And that transition, because what we're trying to do is get the energy moving up the legs. It's coming up the meridians. And if you unload one leg, if you've still got weight in the other leg, there's still energy coming up the other leg. And you want to disconnect the energy from the other leg so it's just on one leg. And you're doing that on purpose, but if there's any weight in it, the weight will initiate the energy still to flow in the leg. Now, some options, of course, when you're standing double weighted or you're moving from side to side, you want that. You want it coming up 80-20, you want it doing both. But for this case, when we're changing weight, complete weight changes, the idea is not to wait till you go across, go all the way across, 100% weight, then move the foot. Foot down, 100% weight across, then move the foot up. Now, use that same principle with stepping. We're going to go forward. What the exercise we'll do a nice simple, we'll do rolling with the waves, another Shubashu exercise. So if I'm stepping, so it goes heel toe, yeah, to come forward. And as soon as I put my heel down, that's okay, but as soon as I put my toe down, what we have an inclination is we want to go forward to put the toe down. I'll exaggerate it so you can see what I'm doing. Heel, to put the toe down, we're going to go forward that way, yeah. And to do that, of course, is we're moving forward and we still haven't anchored our kidney point or our meridians to the ground. We're rolling on our heel. So this, when it comes to martial arts or anything to do with energy, it's incorrect. You want to have your toe down, connected to the ground, and you pull yourself forward into that foot because you're energetically connected, yeah? So we step back again, we'll do that again. So it goes heel, toe, no weight, and then come forward and then change all the weight. It goes all the way forward. And of course you can move the back foot now because now the back load's completely unloaded. We go back to the back, yeah, bring the foot back, same thing again, heel, toe. Now you know if you've got any weight in it, because if I bring that foot back now and my head moves, and if I bring the foot back, it doesn't move, it's fine. But if I got any weight in that foot, watch my head, to get that foot, I've got to move backwards first to bring the foot up. So I've committed weight to the foot. You don't want to do that. Heel, toe, 100% weight still on one leg, 100% weight change to the front leg. Yeah, 100% weight change to the front leg, and the same thing again. Yeah, but if I haven't got 100%, I've got some weight in the back and some in the front, to come forward, I'm going to have to do this. I'll move back so you can see it. I'm going to have to move forward first to bring the foot up. Yeah, and you don't want to do that. You want to have it already 100% weighted, then move the foot, and your body doesn't move. Now this is a practice. We normally don't walk like this. We don't walk with this precision. So it's not easy to do, but it takes practice. And some of these exercises we do, rolling with the waves, I was just explaining that exercise, goes heel, toe. The hands comes forward, palm goes down, chin on chest. You step back, you roll your hands back, and the heel comes off the ground, the toe comes off the ground. Now when I'm back here, there's no weight in that leg. It's just sitting on the ground. I've completely emptied it out. It's all on the back leg. Then I'm going to put the toe down without moving forward, because even with the toe down, there's still no weight in it. And then all the way it's going to go into the kidney point coming forward. Yeah? And as it comes forward, the back foot comes forward, and 100% weight, back foot comes forward. Yeah? And this is the correct transfer of weight without falling into your feet. And then going back, it goes toe, heel, and then you come back. It goes both ways. Toe down first, then come forward. Left foot comes forward. And going backwards, we do toe, heel, and then transfer the weight back. Cool. We'll do the other side so we can balance it up. Heel, toe, come forward, pushing forward, palms facing towards the ground, head, chin on chest, stepping back, toe, heel, and then come back and then raise the toe. The toe goes down, come forward, then toe, heel, and then transfer the weight back. Now this is not easy to do, and I understand that, and so it does take practice to do that, and the easiest way to catch yourself whether you've moved off it, because you'll do it without even knowing you're doing it, you're going to come forward, you put your foot back, and you start moving back straight away. As soon as you start going back, you go back with the foot. But the problem is you're just falling off the rock, you're back onto the rock thing again, where you're stepping on the rock where you haven't secured your stance. So you're going back, and you're just moving back off it. Same thing when going forward. I go forward and put the toe down at the same time. I'm halfway across there before I put the toe on the rock, before I've secured it. So anything can happen from now on because I haven't secured it. But when you put the toe down, you can. I think you get what I'm talking about. The hard part, of course, is not what I'm talking about. The hard part is the practice. Toe, heel, come back. Yep. And so I bring that into. So this is the stances. So once you understand this principle, when you're moving in Qi Gong, whatever stance you're doing, whether it's Taiji or Qi Gong, that whole idea of having your lead foot, the foot you're stepping in, grounded first. Let's say it's the rocks and the river, the idea. You put your foot down, secure the foot, and you pull yourself into that foot and bring up the back foot. The same with going backwards. Secure the foot first, then go backwards. And it's the same for all the movements. And that'll give you precision, but what it does, as soon as you anchor your foot, kidney point touch the ground, now the energy can start coming up the leg. It can't come up the leg if you've got your toe off the ground. If you're falling into the foot, you're pushing off the back foot instead of pulling yourself forward into the front one. Yep. Anyway, hopefully that'll help you anyway. If you have any questions about it, please ask. So it's the same thing when we step to the side, toe, heel, and then move to the side. So many times when I see people doing this, when they start their Tai Chi forms, they step up and they fall into the foot and they rock across. And what happens is they're stepping into an uncharted territory they don't know. They haven't secured the foot to change weight into it. Toe, heel, then come across. Very, very different power. It's all about the energy coming up the leg. That doesn't come up if you just fall into it. Yep, there you go. What it does, it just comes up erratic, without control, anyway. Yeah, I hope that's useful to you anyway today. And if you have any questions about it, please ask. Stances are everything. Posture is about everything in Tai Chi. And in Qi Gong, it's about the alignment. It's such an important thing. Anyway, have a beautiful day. Stay straight. Stay straight and aligned. Yeah, perfect. Have a great week, eh? Bye-bye. Roll back onto your thumbs. Left hand underneath, right hand on top. We're going to bow. Gong, make a fist with the left hand. Cover it with your right. Bring it towards your heart. And bring your hands down to your elbow. And to all the new people who are coming to do these beginners class, if you have any questions, please ask, eh? Very good. And we bow to each other. And people who do this exercise and way after I've recorded this, if you have any questions, the same thing, please ask.